Jay, I want to spend a couple moments with you talking about a couple things. One, I'd love to get a sense of how Sysco Canada, when you're at a show, you're both, potentially somebody's customer, but then of course your overall business will have a booth there. And so when people smaller businesses that are growing, want to get into being a Sysco Canada, distributed product, what's that process like? I'm guessing that the person at the trade show doesn't just go, I love it, you're listed. It's probably probably takes a bit of time.
It actually is. It's and we do love having companies come up to us, virtually or in person during these shows. We do encourage it. We definitely like seeing the companies come up to us, local or nationally, come up to us and share, the idea of possibly working with us. There's just a large process that comes behind that. And there's a lot of things that goes into the process, a lot of asks, and a lot of, I guess, things that need to be done prior to Sysco stocking products across Canada. One of the big things that we really require is volume, us being the largest distributor.
And how do you define volume? Because for a small supplier who's making 100 cases a day, volume could be 1,000 cases a day. But I'd love to get a sense of how you quantify it.
There is where we have, when you think about the amount of customers we have across Canada, how many restaurants there are across Canada, we have to be able to supply them. So we don't want to, make anyone upset that they can't get those products. People don't order products to look at, they order to use them.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that we're able to supply them with those. So you have to think about the amount of restaurants there are across Canada. And with us doing majority of them, we have to be able to supply them all the time. And they order to get their products the next day and sometimes the same day. So we need to make sure that volume is there. So it is a long process. It isn't impossible. It is possible. It's just something that we like to work, and every company is a little bit different. And we're really big on supporting local and supporting local manufacturers. A lot of people think that because we are Sysco, that we get all our products from the US, which is completely false. We want to get as much as we can from the Canadian. We are one of the biggest when it comes to supporting local Canadian producers in Canada when it comes to all areas, from seafood to produce to protein. We're big on that. We love supporting it. We have a ton of Canadian people working for us in Canada, thousands of them. And we support and bring a lot of products in from thousands of suppliers that are Canadian. And we're proud of that. And we want to continue that. And that's something we'll never go away from. If anything, we want to support local more and more as we move forward, and to support even companies that are looking to possibly try to sell to Sysco for us to sell to our customers. We even have, ways that we can help them on, possibly understanding what it takes to sell to a company of our size and who we are. So it's something that's exciting.
So yeah, it sounds like you're happy to be approached as a company. I mean, you're happy to be approached by the small companies, but it's not gonna happen overnight. There'll be a process, and you need to have a certain maturity.
Yeah, and we'll work.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We experience those issues as well with the new product lines that we want to bring on, and the ability for the potential supplier to be able to give us a consistent supply. That's really super important, because there's nothing worse than showing a chef a really beautiful product and him going, oh, wow, I love that, I want to use it. And then the following week have the grower say, well, sorry, it's not available. So it's so important that people be scaled enough that they can actually fulfill the demand when they get on board with a distributor.